Let me guess, you rented a place and now you want a clean Apple Home setup. But the moment you start looking at devices, everything felt wrong. Smart locks that need drilling, doorbells with wires, hubs that need Ethernet. None of it makes sense for someone who rents. And suddenly, your simple smart home turned into a conversation with your landlord. So here's the truth. Most smart home advice is built for people who own their house. Not for you, not for me. In this video, I will show you 5 Apple Home devices that actually work in apartments. No drillings and no permanent changes. And one of them completely changes everything, but almost nobody starts with it. First, let me explain what changes when you're a renter. You can't drill holes in the walls, you can't replace switches without permission, you can't run Ethernet. So a lot of smart home advice just doesn't apply to you. So most setup fails before they even start. But Apple has one advantage. It doesn't need a complicated system. If you already have a HomePod, you are already 50% done. Let's start with the most important piece, the hub. Without it, your automation doesn't exist. They only work when your phone is at home. That's not a smart home, that's a remote control. The easiest options? HomePod Mini. Plug it in, sign in with your Apple ID, done. And it only costs around 100 euros. By the way, HomePod is not just a hub, it's also a speaker, it also reads room temperature, and also Siri works through it. Siri, play music.
Here's Apple Music 1, provided by Apple Music.
Now, here's where things start actually feeling smart. Smart plugs are the most underrated starting point for any apartment. You don't touch the wiring, you don't ask your landlord anything, you just plug it in and add it to Apple Home. And now, any lamp, any fan, any appliance is part of your system. Eve Energy is the best one for Apple Home. Mirrors is cheaper and also compatible. Either works. You don't need a full setup to feel the difference. 2 plugs already changes how your home behaves. By the way, if you think this video is helpful, please subscribe. I make videos about smart home every week. And like. I promise with every like my accent becomes slightly better. The third one is the basic in all smart home setups. If you want control lights, color or brightness without touching switches, smart bulbs are the answer. Bulbs from Wiz connect directly to Apple Home. No bridge and no extra. Also, you can use Philip Hue, which are more expensive and require Hue bridge, but they perform slightly better. One bulb in the living room, one LED strip behind the TV, and it's already an atmosphere. And when you move out, you put the original bulbs back, no trace, no damage, your landlord will never know. Now, so far everything we talk about is still manual. But the next part, this is the device I mentioned earlier. This is the one that actually changes everything. This is where your apartment starts to feel actually smart. Motion and contact sensors. Aqara and mirrors make sensors that stick anything without drilling. Also, no power required, just batteries. Add them to the Apple Home and now you have a real automations. Light on when you walk into the kitchen, a living room dims when you close the front door. Everything off when you leave. This is what people mean when they say a smart home feels invisible. You stop thinking about it. Things just happen. Finally, let's talk about the front door. Most smart doorbells require you to unscrew your old one and mess with 24-volt wiring, a total no-go for renters. That's why I love the Aqara Smart Doorbell G4 or the Tapo D210, which I actually use in my apartment. The outdoor units are powered by a 6 battery pack, giving you up to 4 months of use with a single charge. You can mount them using the included high-strength double face. So there is zero drilling into the building's exterior. No electrician, no landlord, no stress. Okay, this is what a rendered smart home actually looks like. One hub, few plugs, maybe some bulbs, a couple of sensors, and some automation. That's it. No drilling, no damage, no complicated setups. And when you move, you take everything with you and rebuild it under 1 hour. That's what a smart home should feel like. Not impressive, just invisible. What Apple Home devices are you thinking about starting with? leave it in the comments. I read them all. And if you like honest smart home videos, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.